So I know this is a touchy subject to touch upon because Prince is such a beloved figure in our country, the United States, and also around the world. But there has been an article that's come out recently talking about an ex girlfriend's relationship with him and some stuff that went down. She claims that he hit her in the face multiple times after she slapped him for kissing another woman because I guess she and Prince were dating at the time. Now, what did I say in my Scorpio full moon video? Around this time, we are going to see abuses come to light, injustices, and this can very much include domestic violence. And Prince was actually like the Plutonic king because he had Pluto right on top of his midheaven and he was a Scorpio rising. Now, the question is, were there any sort of indications in his chart that might elicit this type of behavior? He is a Scorpio rising, and so that makes any aspects formed by Pluto, which is the modern ruler of Scorpio, or Mars, which is the old ruler, traditional ruler of Scorpio, any aspects that these planets form are going to heavily factor into his personality and the way that he operates in the world. So first off, as you can see, the moon is forming a pretty tight opposition to his Pluto. Now, moon opposition Pluto people can be very emotionally volatile. Emotions can become so strong and intense to the point that they literally frighten other people. We also need to take a look at the traditional ruler of Scorpio. His Mars is in Aries in its domicile and it's at 0 degrees. Any planet that is at 0 degrees in a sign is going to be a very raw, unfiltered energy representative of that sign. This raw, unfiltered Aries Mars is in conjunct his natal Pluto. So the traditional ruler and the modern ruler of Scorpio are in a minor hard aspect to each other. Individuals with this aspect tend to be very, very driven to the point of being like ruthless. And we know that this has to do with career because just look at his Pluto right on top of his midheaven or 10th house cusp of career. Any sort of hard aspect, even if it's minor, between Mars and Pluto can have the propensity to manifest as violence of some sort. Also, an honorable mention to his 7th house of relationships ruler, Venus, being square Uranus. Now, this alone in no way is an indication of violence. What it really shows is that this person has the potential to be volatile in their romantic endeavors or one-on-one relationships. And this woman, Jill, basically alluded to the fact that this seemed to come out of nowhere. She was completely unexpecting of it. But in general, this usually just means restlessness, potentially in marriage, a need to keep things exciting and fun. So, does he have a propensity, or is there the possibility that he could have done this? I'd say yeah. I'd say yeah. Look, if you have any of these aspects in your chart, this doesn't mean that you're going to go someone in the face multiple times. What I tend to notice is that with celebrities, whatever sort of negative tendencies or possibilities that they have, they get exacerbated when they become famous. What does fame do? It feeds the ego. And so people think that they can just get away with whatever, they can do whatever and not have any sort of consequences for it.